Sounds good?
Me, 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 me. Ma, 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 ma. Hey you guys, happy Holy Week. I hope you are having a wonderful week preparing for the great feast of Easter we have coming up this weekend. This week I wanted to talk to you guys about the movie Love, Simon. I saw it a few nights ago and I know there are a lot of people talking about it, seeing it, a lot of different thoughts on it. If you have any opinions on it and if you've seen it, please comment below. I'd love to hear what you think about it. It's about a young man in high school named Simon who is outed by a classmate of him as being a gay man. And it's about all the drama that goes along with that, along with a big celebration of Simon claiming his identity as a gay man. There are probably some of you thinking that in this video I'm going to talk about all the ways that this movie is horrible and sinful and wrong and evil and how no one should ever see it because it's terrible and perpetuating an agenda that is awful and destroying the world. And there are some other people who might be assuming that I'm going to celebrate this movie as a great groundbreaking piece of art that allows people who experience same-sex attraction to freely be who they are. Today, however, I'm going to do neither of those things. I don't really want to land on either ends of that discussion, but what I do want to talk about is the way the Catholic Church loves Simon, the way the Catholic Church loves people who experience same-sex attraction, and really the way the Catholic Church loves all people for that matter. The Church loves us in two primary foundational ways. First, by seeing us for who we are. Second, by calling us to live holiness. The Church sees us for who we are in that she sees us as being created in God's divine image and likeness as whole persons, as body and soul, made for union with our Creator. Secondly, the Church calls us to holiness. She loves us by calling us to holiness, by challenging us to live according to that identity, according to the fact that we've been created in God's image and likeness for union with Him. This means, though, that because we have a fallen human nature, the Church calls us to overcome sin, overcome some of our tendencies, temptations, inclinations, so that we can be made free from sin for relationship with God. So with all this in mind, the Church continues to love us by not affirming sexual lifestyles that distort what the true meaning of sex is. Human sexuality is a gift given to us by God, meant to reflect His love in a total gift of self that is open to new life. So yes, with that understanding, the Church doesn't affirm homosexual lifestyles. That does not mean, however, that people who experience same-sex attraction are not welcome in the Church. The Church is for all people. People who experience same-sex attraction or not belong to the Church because she exists so that we can be made free from sin for relationship with God. I would suggest that the Church loves Simon, loves people who experience same-sex attraction far more than the characters depicted in this movie do. The Church does that because the Church doesn't see Simon just for his sexual preference or just for his sexual identity. The Church sees Simon as a whole person, body and soul, created in God's divine image and likeness for union with Him. Because the Church sees Simon that way, she calls him to live according to that identity. I know it's not easy, but the truth that God has called us to isn't easy, but it is good. And it frees us for a relationship with Him and freedom from sin. Check out the links below. There are some blogs that will share a little bit more about the Church's teaching on same-sex attraction and homosexuality, along with a link to a book called In Pursuit, where a young man shares his experience as a Catholic committed to living out the Church's teaching on human sexuality while experiencing same-sex attraction. As always, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and be sure to tune in every Wednesday where we'll be putting out new Real Talk videos, and check out for new content on Life Team's YouTube every week, and I will see you all next week on Real Talk. Oh! Okay. Okay.